Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Monday, February 22nd, 2016. I'm astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Big announcement, my app on Apple and Android, the notifications now will add sun sign horoscope text every day. That's right, I'm hitting all the sun signs now every day of the week with a horoscope. Middle of the day, you get a surprise notification and go into the notification box and get your sun sign horoscope. Also, today is my spiritualdayspeecher.com because it's the full moon in Virgo today. So join me at 12:30 p.m. Pacific, 3:30 p.m. Eastern at spiritualdayspeecher.com, or you can get it, of course, on my Facebook, official David Palmer. But before we take a look at our planets, let's take a look at the Leo King planet energy meter and understand where all the energy is for your Monday. And I'm sending you lots of great energy. I'm sending you lots of love and light. And I'm hoping that you have an awesome, amazing, and spectacular, and wonderful, awesome new moon in Virgo. And I'm putting the energy meter at the extreme position. That's because we're at a full moon time. And I think that this is an extremely powerful full moon because this is happening at the same time that Jupiter and Chiron are opposing while the nodes are conjuncting these spots. What does this all mean? Number one, this is a huge battle of Virgo and Pisces. Number one, the Sun's in Pisces, Neptune's in Pisces, Chiron's in Pisces, and the South Node's in Pisces. And here we got the Moon, Jupiter, and the North Node all in Virgo. And this is really looking at this full moon, wanting to really, be emotional about the day-to-day activities in your life. Maybe feeling like, you're stuck in this kind of routine and rhythm, and sometimes it can feel like you just are a constant workaholic. There's another aspect where here's the Sun in Pisces, wanting to escape, wanting to just be more into the imagination. Sometimes it's like living the imagination. It's like, oh my gosh, there's all these beautiful things I can do, but there's this reality of Virgo and this full moon now on this Monday, while Mars is shadow in Scorpio saying, oh, you got to do it, don't you? There's all these great ideas. Because I think that we're visions, let's call them visions, because Pisces is more of a vision. There's all these great visions you can have, but at the end of the day, you got to do them. You actually have to do the work. And I think that this is a major reminder that you need to do the work in order to get what you really want, that there are big dreams, that there are great dreams to have, but they're just pipe dreams until you actually get out there and do them. And that's kind of the harsh reality of this full moon. The good news of this full moon is I think that it's extremely healing with Jupiter opposed Chiron. It's saying get up, back on the horse. Get up, get out of bed, get to work, get in the shower. Put on your, that old term, get on your bootstraps. This could also be dealing with high anxiety, depressive states that are holding you back that you need to get over. That's because Virgo and Pisces rules psychotic and anxiety, mental, and weird disorders like that. And this is like very extremely at a high position right now. And it's dealing with an inner fear with Mars now shadow in the deepest part of Scorpio here, plunging. And I've been saying that this is like whatever you've been through for the last 3 years, Mars in shadow in Scorpio is now beginning the surgery of cutting out the cancer that has been plaguing you of fear and deep inner scared, dark energy in your life that you have gone through. And of course, look in your own chart of wherever that is happening. This is where it's trying to cut that out. And of course, if you watch my app, I talk about it in the sun sign horoscopes now every day. And I'm always going to go do a reminder, every day, make sure that you check them. But this is in Jupiter opposed Chiron. Chiron and Pisces with the South Node there is highlighting this like, oh, I'm not good enough, or it's just, I have a bad hand I'm dealt, even though you don't. It's all in your mind. You can win. There's a game I play with my brother and my dad called 13. You can win with a crappy hand. You can win. It's all about how you play the hand. Life is about how you play the hand that's been dealt, not about getting the good hand. I know a million people with good hands. Look at the whole political field right now, right? You could be really experienced, been in politics a long time, and then here's a guy, Donald Trump. Sure, you could say he's been given a good hand with money or something, but in politics, the worst hand possible, and he's winning. It's how he plays his hand. And in many ways, this is you in your life having to learn to play the cards that you've been dealt and get into reality and get into the swing of things and not bail out, not let go, not get lost in drugs or alcohol, not get lost into wanting to quit, not get lost into wanting to feel like you are the Hunchback of Notre Dame. and realize that you are beautiful. And this is about purity. This full moon is about purity. And this full moon is also peaking what I have been saying, the energy of directing in which decision you're making in your life, of the powerful things that are going to be for the next 6 months of your life until we hit the solar eclipse in September. I'm a huge believer that this is now the beginning aspect, because we are 2 weeks now from a solar eclipse, and we are now officially, with the sun and the moon in the nodal axis, we are in Fate Train City. Whoop, whoop! Hope that that'll make sense and helps you out. Plus, Venus and Mercury in Aquarius, really good positions right now. Not much to talk about, though, with Saturn and Uranus right now. I think that this is more about dealing with getting on track and staying positive and open and not letting yourself fall victim to your own self. Card of the day is the Four of Swords upright. This is a card, this full moon is about saying, so interesting, even though it's about getting back up on the horse, it's about really meditating on things and processing things. And I think realizing that, yes, you need strength to get going, but if you have no rest, and sometimes we can use rest as an excuse to not do things. So, it's interesting that this card usually to me represents that don't overdo it. But there's an aspect to this full moon, I think, saying like, are you over resting? Are you over, doing it? Or there's a part where it's saying like, maybe it can feel like you need rest because you're so busy. Remember, whenever there's a full moon in Virgo, this is going to be the most intense that you're going to feel the reality. But for the rest of the month, this is an early full moon in Virgo, by the way. For the rest of the month, we're in Pisces world, which is not very reality-like. Good thing Jupiter in the North Node are there, but with the moon here, this is going to be the most of getting the clarity and getting the things done that you need to get done. And are you asleep behind the wheel at the most potent time to get it all done? Thanks so much for all your support. If you want to join me on my app and get all my horoscopes daily, including the text and video, get it at theleokingApp.com. Thanks so much, and I will see you tomorrow.